The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I be feeling that beat sometimes. Mm-hmm. Hey, welcome back, Degenerates. You are now tuned in to the Smart Degenerates, LA's top sports investors. I'll be your host today, Mike G. The G is for Guru. Don't you ever forget it. I got my guys with me, Jay Meso.
Yo.
Ray Shear.
Hey,
we got a good show for you guys today. We're going to take a look back on this past week in sports. Some good NFL action. We had some good wins. There was a big UFC fight. We had a good, crazy outcome with that. And also some college football. We'll then look at this week's NFL action. Also, we got some MLB playoffs. We got some preseason basketball as well. And a lot of good things in store for you guys today. So just stay tuned, and we'll get right to it. Fellas, what's good, man?
Well, can we remind the people that they can always find us Thursdays at 7:30 right here at Morris Media Studios.
That too.
Tune in, watch us live on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
Or you can follow us on Instagram. We're always posting winners. And unlike everybody else, we leave the losers up there too. But last few weeks, bro, I haven't seen too many losers. It's been a whole lot of wins.
Man, the page has been scorching. If you're not following, follow us.
Shame on you.
At Smart Degenerates on IG, man. LA's top sports investors. Again, we are here to show you guys how to make money betting on sports. It is now legal throughout the United States. It's almost legal in most states. We're just waiting on California. But for right now, we got Vegas and we got online. So just mess with us, and we'll teach you a thing or two about how you can make some cheese gambling on sports. We know our sports, we know our numbers, and it's all about our three principles. You got to be disciplined, you got to start with a bankroll, and you got to track your results. You do those three things, and there's no reason why you can't make money betting on sports. Anything you guys want to add to that, man?
Even if you know sports and you know how to gamble, we're going to talk to you about my terrible week and how you can still crack yourself no matter how much of a guru you are. Never forget, gambling is an addiction. You are a degenerate, but you can go about it the right way.
You're right. That's why we're here to be smart degenerates.
And never
smart
get
degenerates.
too down on yourself, because some of this shit you cannot control. So no matter how much studying you do, how much monitoring, some stuff is just out of your control. So always bounce back. Don't be stuck on a past bet, and just look forward to the next dollar, the next smart move.
Yeah. I mean, all you could do really is do your homework and make your pick. You either did the right homework or you did the wrong homework, and that's typically what it boils down to. But, I mean, if you guys aren't into doing the homework, you could just follow us. Again,
we did your homework for you.
Yeah, we do the homework, man, at Smart Degenerates on Facebook and IG. Well, let's get right into it, man. Let's start with last week, NFL, man. What'd you see out there, Rachel? How'd you do?
I didn't take anything. I took the week off, but
okay, off week.
But I still, I kept my ear to the streets and just proceeded as if I would have bet. So I didn't cover Carolina, even though they won the game on a 63-yarder. I would have took that. I would have lost on that. I would have covered on the Patriots, which is obvious and foresight in hindsight. At this point,
not for this guy.
Who?
Not me.
Bro, okay, let me stop you right there, bro. Because I did not know that you didn't take. What compelled you to take the Colts?
Oh, man. See, here's the problem. I get into this weird, I want to take the 30% chance sometimes, rather than just put my money, what does that guy online say? Rather than go with the whale, I'm just figuring 10 points is too much, and they went out there and kicked their ass.
And now, see, too, and just while it's on my mind, I know Mike G may say it's different week to week, but I feel like going into week 5, bro, it's just certain teams we should not be just even wasting $1 on win, lose, or draw. And I feel like we need to spotlight some of those teams. And I think the Colts is one.
Really?
I think the Colts viewers, I mean, everybody has their own preference, but you should not be wasting your hard-earned or your easy-earned money on the Colts. There's a few teams that's on that list, but right now, while they staring me in my face, I would say the Colts are one of them. They don't do anything. They don't do anything good. They have no offensive line.
They don't do anything good.
One wide receiver, he's kind of banged up right now, which is T.Y. Hilton. And they throw the ball literally like 50 to 60 times a game.
You know what's crazy?
And they have no defense.
T.Y. was hurt. The starting tight end was hurt. And I think somebody else was out. Like
the running back was out, and you still took the Colts.
And I still took the Colts.
Like, that's just flushing money down.
And I did it stupid. I took Colts first half. I think I might have even taken them live. That's what happened. I took the Colts live.
You just was coached out for
I was coached out because I just told myself, they got it. And
but that's my thing. Like, what was it about them that made you think that? Did you super psych yourself out, or was it something that you saw in the matchup that made you feel like that? Because
I just think with this gambling, man, sometimes we like to self-sabotage.
Or outsmart ourselves.
You know, sometimes you try to outthink it. And as we'll talk about when I go down my list of how many bets I took last week, the days where I got crashed is because I was just chasing, taking mad bets. Like, it was just no point to take anything other than
wilding out.
All right, so the second game on the bill that I kind of zeroed in on was the Titans-Bills. Some would say that was the blind leading the blind, but what I learned through sitting out is you just got to keep your eye on everything. So I learned that the Titans, the offense is kind of pedestrian, not really organized, but the defense allows them to be in every game, and they kind of even the playing field and to make it a head-up fade, so to speak. What I assessed about the Bills, they're better than advertising expected as far top to bottom to me. I like their defense. I also think Josh Allen was built to be a bust. He's not exactly lighting it up, but I think he's closer to being a good quarterback than to being a bust. So
he seems like a winner, right?
He seems like a winner. Like the way he carries himself, the way he commands the huddle. They march the ball up and down the field. He runs the ball, dipping the shoulder, even though I wouldn't advise that, but you could just kind of tell his comfort level on the field. So the Bills might be how the Browns were the past couple of years. We might not win a lot of games, but we might cover a lot of spreads. That's the assessment I get on them. Then we can skip right over this game. Even though the Bengals and the Bengals are looking like a well-oiled machine, but they always tease us like this, and then bottom
revert.
Best team you'll fight in the regular season,
right?
You know,
Dolphins. They are the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They just
okay. What about you, Mace? Man, you said you took a.
I just went the wrong way on everything. So, and again, it is trying to be too smart. So, like one of the things we talk about is every week it does kind of switch up. So you're just trying to stay ahead of it and judge. I knew that these Lions are serious and dangerous, but I still got trapped up. I think I did hit Packers second half on like some comeback, but I thought the Ravens was going to knock the Browns out of there for sure. They lose fucking 9-12, so I lost that. Titans, I traced them second half, and I think their second half was -4. And I'm like, they have to hit this if they're going to cover. But, of course, they just bummed it. But I did, even though they're always on trap alert, I did like Steelers. So I took Steelers, hit that. And I liked the Rams, but I knew that was a lot of points for them to try to cover at the Seahawks on the road.
It wasn't a lot of points. Brandon Cooks and Cooper Kupp went down.
That's true, too.
Had they not go down that train zone schedule to cover.
But they still put up 30. They still put up 33 and won the game.
Yeah, they don't
and
play
then
defense.
Saints-Redskins. So it definitely cleaned up on the Saints. I mean, that's more so this week, but cleaned up on the Saints too, though. So they actually recovered me from all my losing over the weekend.
That's crazy, bro. I was opposite of you on a lot of that. Yeah, I definitely had Browns. I was with you on Steelers.
What do y'all like about the Steelers? Not to cut you off.
I mean,
matchup to matchup.
Matchup to matchup. Yeah, and just
against the Falcons.
Watching the line.
Falcons are trash.
It was at 3, then it went up to like 3.5 late. I was like, Steelers at home, they're going to bounce back sooner or later. It was just a good matchup for him. It was a good spot. Ben did his thing. AB did his thing. And, we got that ticket cashed. Steelers.
We see you, Le'Veon. We know you coming back. We know you trying to jump back on a winning team.
Le'Veon's out there wilding. Also, Browns. I hit. Baker May, the touchdown maker, man, he struggled a little bit though. They had a lot of bad starting field position, so they didn't get many points. But in the end, he was able to hit that receiver. Got the big play. Browns got the win. We hit Browns second half as well. Also, the day before, Saturday, I hit that Florida over LSU plus 1.5.
That was a good call.
Yeah, that was another good one over the weekend for us. And of course, roll fucking Tide.
First half, Bama.
Alabama first half covers
and
again.
First quarter.
Yeah,
they're just
everything sweep across the board.
Except the full.
Never full. No, our second half.
And let me just real quick. Sorry to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
I locked in Bama. I think on like Wednesday of last week at the 35. I was tripping just because come Saturday it was still 35. Whenever it just doesn't move, I couldn't even get a half a point. I knew it's being held down. They may not cover this. So it landed at 34 when the game was all over. And you know why? One missed extra point in the first half cooks you for the rest of the game.
All right.
So,
hey, it was so many missed kicks this weekend, extra points, field goals, so
all
many
levels of football.
Yeah, the miss, those fucking kicks will cook you, man. If you're not careful, always be wary of the missed kick.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another one. I had a pretty good weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you. These last few weeks have been good to me. If you guys have been following the page, shout out to everybody taking the picks. You know who you are. Shame on you. If you're not, you'll catch on sooner or later. I promise you, you will.
What'd you give out today, by the way?
Today we gave out Eagles, Giants over 45. What do we put? 44.5 or 45?
Over 45.
Over 45 points. The score is currently 30-14.
31-13.
31-13. So we just need one more point and we cover it. That'll be another winner on the page, man. Shout out to the page. It's cooking right now. Yeah. Steaming Willie Beeman. The bookies don't even know what to do, man. I'm telling you, I might get shut down. I might get shut down pretty soon, man. I don't know, man.
We're going to get you out of here, bro.
Hey, I'll take it, though, because you know what? Then we're moving to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're moving to Vegas.
I'm with that point.
Hey, until California opens up its sports book, hey, yo, you guys don't have to catch me in Vegas, man. Bookies are tired of my shit, but it's cool. No, continuing on, man. But just continue to do my stuff. Also, I did hit the fight, man. I took Kabir. What was his name? Khabib to beat up Conor McGregor. He choked him out, man. It was kind of a boring fight. They were on the ground most of the time. He did get some good punches. It got really exciting at the end. I don't know if y'all saw it. Fucking Khabib jumped out of the octagon.
There's a lot of history behind that.
Yeah, it was. You know, hey, can't be throwing fucking dollies through buses, man.
No, and that wasn't even that. They was on the racial slurs tip the whole lead up to promote the fight.
Yeah, that too, man. But that was it was a pretty good fight, man. I did lose on the under though. Took under 2.5 rounds and it went like 3.5 or something wild shit.
But Connor could be a low key stick around.
Yeah. But overall, again, I mean, it was a good weekend. I hit the Sunday night game. That was a touchdown Tom, right? Thursday night, I'm sorry, touchdown Tom. That was easy money. We actually posted that. How did you take Colts and we posted Patriots, bro?
Because I took it before you posted, maybe. I don't know.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out what it was about the Colts that was so enticing.
It wasn't nothing about the Colts. It was just the high point spread.
High spread.
But even still, like, why are we afraid
and
of
because
the high
once
spread?
ESPN gets to telling you about all the reasons why a team's not going to do something, sometimes I'm just like, let me just take a flyer on it. It wasn't so much taking the Colts, and that's kind of one of the things I want to talk about today. It's not so much the one read. It's when you get caught up trying to chase it and overcorrect yourself. If you missed it, you missed it. Call it a day, go to the next game. Instead, here I am kind of back and forth trying to catch up the Colts. Don't worry about winning the game or winning the day. You make a pick and you move on.
Yeah. One pick at a time, one game at a time, man. That's just the way to do it.
I mean, how much do we go back and forth on the Eagles, Giants, looking at the line, looking at the -3, looking +3, it comes down to +2.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's just about watching what the public's doing, and we have to assume what Vegas is doing when they're moving the line up and down.
Yeah. You always got to watch that line, man. That's one of my big things, man. I like to watch the line all day, if possible, just so I can get my good read on it. And then, hey, man, we do our homework and we make the pick and we stick with it. But to answer your question about the 10 points. I know why he took it because, again, it was 10 points, Andrew Luck, all that shit,
not
you know.
Even 2 touchdowns, though.
Well, the thing about it, even if you watch the way that game played out, though, they had some chances to stay in it by the 10 points. They had a bad break in the fourth quarter when they had back-to-back. They lost their momentum, and Patriots got 2 touchdowns quick. It was the one, and then it was they got a running touchdown from what's his name?
I'm just saying,
Michel. I mean, that should
the 10 points was covered. That's what I'm saying. We look at certain spreads as this is a high spread. 10 is not really that high when touchdowns are worth 7.
Agreed. I mean, you guys gave me all the reasons not to take them. Like, don't get me wrong. That's why I knew better. It's just you do what you do. I should have, once I saw the game's flow, I could have hopped on the Patriots live bet and caught them at 9.5. Instead, I started chasing the Colts up. Plus 17, plus this, plus that. By the end of it all, what day was that? Was that last Thursday?
Yeah, that was last Thursday. Mm-hmm.
So, like, I took 12 bets last Thursday and that's just one day. I lost 4.
That sounds like a basketball day.
Let me just tell you, bro. I lost $410 that day. Since we're talking about that anyway, I took 20 bets on Saturday and lost $237. Took 7 bets on Sunday and lost another $90. So all in all, last week I took 46 bets from Monday to Sunday.
What was the record?
I didn't even want to count the record because it wasn't really about that. What I wanted to bring that up for was the fact that these days where I took these 10, 12, 20, 7, I lost on all those days. Monday I made $99. I took 2 bets. Tuesday I took 1 bet, lost it for $40. Wednesday I skipped. The rest of the week, Friday I hit for $300. I only took 4 bets on Friday. Mm-hmm. You find something you like, you take it for the appropriate amount. Because I was so up on this $50 bet, $60 bet, now I'm just nickel and diming my way out of it.
Devil's advocate, had some of those other bets that didn't hit, had they hit, would you still feel like you took too many bets?
Let me tell you why. I had a feeling you were going to ask. The Saturday before that, I took 12 bets and I hit for $188. And you know what that means? I was reinforcing a bad habit. I shouldn't have been in for 12 different bets. Because if I did the right research, if we already knew we had Bama first half, Bama first quarter, slam those and be done with it. Why are you chasing all the rest of this?
Now I feel you, because that goes back to my point. Some games, like, no matter how we feel about them, what the line is doing, this and that, we just should not be invested.
Why am I even in this? Yeah.
Why am I even betting on this team or these 2 teams? It's like,
I took 39 bets between those 3 days. Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 39 bets. If I were to go add it all up, I'm sure I only won 10 of the games.
Damn.
Or 10 of the picks. I'm sure it's some shit like that.
I don't know about that one, bro. We got to...
Yeah, bro. You definitely want to minimize your bet count, bro. Because, you know, if you...
well, my numbers don't make sense. So I'm like taking a $65 bet and hitting it. And then I'm taking a $30 parlay and losing it. So I'm eating half of my winnings when I should have just put 95, 100, 200 on the one game I really liked.
And I think what skews some of your bets is a lot of the live stuff.
I do get caught in that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the live bets, because we think we get a read and then the momentum shifts or something happens and then that live bet is smoke. You try to make another one to compensate for that one. Now you done made 5 bets within one game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And really the live bet is a good tool, but you should only be using it when you, like, if you skipped the full game. If I didn't take nothing.
And that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was looking at the Giants. If I skip the Giants, I see Eli comes out and throws a pick on his second pass of the game.
Yeah.
Now let's go get on the Eagles live bet, because fuck that. They're not going to. Eli looked terrible out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But instead...
Eli is terrible. Go ahead.
Yeah, or you could be the other route where you're like, all right, he had a bad series. I'm going to still take the Giants live plus 7 because they're going to have to figure it out at home. Nah. Yeah. They don't have to do anything. They're going to have to lay down and get blown out. 1st and 10 on the 17. Here we go again with the Eagles. So
let's go Eagles.
It's just, you know better. You got to do better. You get caught up just trying to... And again, it's kind of like the last weekend when I told you I just woke up, ignored everything I've been thinking about all week. I'm like, okay, it's 9:50. Let me put a bet in. I could just not put a bet in. Yeah, I could just wait for second half.
We just preached to our degenerates.
Yeah,
you should really have your stuff in or know who you're going to bet on Friday and Saturday. Mm-hmm. Like you should just be locking the bets in on Sunday.
We've been watching this game since like Monday Night Football was over. We're like, okay, what do we like?
Tuesday.
What's the early line?
Let's watch it. We've been following the game since Tuesday.
I like it at this amount, not that amount. Like you have to know when you take your shot while you're taking it. Go from there.
And that's what I'm saying too. Going back to the Packers. Yeah. Had you knew what you were going to do, probably days prior, you would have known that Cobb and Allison weren't playing.
I didn't even look at the scouting report.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't even worry about that. But at the end of the day, my gut said Lions can stay in this game just because I've liked them all season. Outside of the first game when the Jets had their plays, they have been very good and competitive. They'll probably win their division just because they're more complete than everybody else. Vikings, you can't really trust Kirk Cousins, and Green Bay just never gives what's his name enough pieces.
Gosh, and then it's that defense that's not holding they in the
Right,
bargain for
but what's
the
going to happen is he's going to throw that pick in the fourth quarter to lose you the game. He's going to give you 450 yards, and on the last drive to win it, he's going to boof it.
I don't think so. I think that's
Tricky
the narrative.
Kirk.
That's the narrative, bro.
Tricky Kirk, man.
Have the Vikings look dominant to you this year?
People say Blake Bortles, even though Blake Bortles is starting to look like it again, but people give Blake Bortles and Kirk Cousins a hard time. They're not as weak as the narrative was
You know I'm a supporter of Blake Bortles, so I have no issues with him.
Hey.
It's more so Cousins, he gets you a lot of empty yards sometimes. So he can put up points. He scored a lot for Redskins, but it would always be we're down 14 first, then he starts kicking ass. He can't never just...
He's not in the secondary, though. That's what I'm saying. That's like...
Maybe he could do... you're right. He's not in the secondary. That's fair. And it's not even about him. I'm just saying in that game, Lions versus Packers, I should have done my homework, but instead I'm just over here looking at shit.
Yeah, but in that game, to me, Lions versus Packers, it looked to me that the spread was too low for the Packers anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was Packers, -1 going into Detroit, and A-Rod owns the Packers. I mean, A-Rod owns the Lions.
But the reason...
So it's like, in that situation, you have to know that this spread looks suspect.
It didn't look suspect because what we now know was that they knew that Allison and Cobb were not going to play.
Right. So
even
though we didn't know that, we still knew the number. And at one, you got to say Green Bay, that looks tricky right there. Same thing I told you with Cam this week. Even though I think they'll actually hit, but I think Green Bay is tricky right now, and that number looked a little tricky to me.
The -1 was your tell, so that's what makes you say, let me go look at everything else about this.
Yeah,
game.
why is it only one?
That's my thing, because me looking at that, just knowing how I gamble and being honest about how I gamble, I would have seen the low spread and said, oh, they giving the Packers this low spread. I'm going to jump on the Packers because now all the Packers have to do is win by this low spread.
Right, and you got cracked with all the Green Bay
playing the who's just going to win first.
Yeah.
You got to look at it as...
So should I not feel like that about Carolina going forward this week?
I mean, you could and cannot because, again, Carolina's going to Washington this week. For those of you who don't know, they are currently +1 going to Washington.
Ridiculous.
Which is, I think, a little bit low.
Until they call somebody out Saturday and say, yeah, he's got a bad hammy.
Not even that. Not even that. It's Washington plays good at home, and they beat A-Rod at home. So,
but they beat that A-Rod is not a full strength squad.
But all the more reason why we don't need to overvalue the Packers until they need more pieces there. So I'm not saying A-Rod can't get out there and win you games, but you have to give all the teams they're going up against a chance to probably beat them.
You got to put them in the Steelers category. They're going to probably win the game, but they're not going to just dominate or just cover.
Oh, yeah. A-Rod's good for a comeback.
Exactly.
That's a comeback.
He's a second-half quarterback. If he's not doing well, he'll come carve you later.
Oh, yeah, because they came back. They came roaring back. So Green Bay second half hit. Did you take that?
I did get Green Bay second half, so that's one of the bets that helped cover up Sunday a little bit. I still lost $90 on bullshit, but it still helped. I mean, it all helps at the end of the day, but everything I lost last week, I pretty much got back Monday night with the Saints. So sometimes you just gotta,
Shout out Drew Brees, man.
Welcome to the party, Saints.
Shout out Drew.
But you know what helped me be able to make my money back on Monday is having the bankroll to survive the week. So I got cracked on Sunday, paid the book exactly Sunday night, Monday slamming the whole amount right back in. Fresh week. Like I never left.
Yeah, so that's why we always say you have to live to fight another day. Don't put your whole bankroll on one game or two games. You want to be able to at least play again the next day. Don't bet it all. Don't bet your rent. Don't bet your car note. Put money aside if you're going to be gambling, and you bet small portions of that. It's a percentage of the bankroll is what you want to bet. Don't be out here just willy-nilly betting shit, and then you can't play tomorrow because, like you said, you can lose on Sunday, win on Monday, win on Tuesday. So you want to leave yourself some wiggle room in case you do lose, because we're going to lose. No one's 100%. Anyone tells you they're 100% at this shit is lying. The good people are 60%, 65% if you're good. On average, you're going to do 50% or below. So You always want to track your numbers, and you always want to just bet a percentage of that bankroll and just keep it going from there, man.
And never bet 46 bets in a week. That's probably number one way to get cracked.
That's a bit OD, bro. That's
we
like
talked
6
about
a day,
this
7 a day.
Week 2, week 3 on the show when I was telling you, damn, you know what? I'm taking too many bets. Like,
Yeah,
I'm doing
man.
cool, but I'm taking way too many. Because that's what I brought on my other sheet to remember. Oh, yeah, I started adding this up. I had these 8 college wins, but I had these 7 losses, and I had this, and I this, and this. And back then, I was only doing 15 bets week 3. Not 13 bets, and that was too many. And now here I am with 46. Like that's on me. That's on you to recognize and course correct. So this week, I took 3 bets on Monday and hit all of that shit. Today I do have a little more today because I've been chasing the Eagles live bet. But again, that's more so chasing the money. They're up 18 points right now. I have them at 10. I have them at 7. And I have them at 3. That's a little bit different than just willy-nilly all over the place. So even still, that's too many bets to be in. I could have just put $300 on the Eagles and called it a night. Yeah. So again, it's all about how you try to recover from these things. But,
I did.
This weekend, believe me, I'll be taking it real easy. My goal is going to be to keep it under 10 from Friday to Sunday. If I can do 3 a day, I'm cool.
Okay. Perfect. That's a perfect segue. I think we should take our short break right now, and then we'll get back and we'll talk about next week in this upcoming week in college and pro football. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Degenerates. You are now tuned in to LA's top sports investors. Again, we are the Smart Degenerates. This is where we talk everything sports, everything gambling, and we teach you guys, show you guys, give you advice, as in to make some money betting on this here sports market. Again, I'm Mike G. I got my guy Jay Meso with me. Got my other guy Rashard 90302.
Squat.
Hey,
Let them know where we at tonight. Where we at tonight?
Hey, we are at Morris Media for another week. We want to thank them. Again, you can follow us on Instagram at Smart Degenerates, on Facebook at Smart Degenerates. You can even call in live right now. Callers, where you at? 323-293-3370.
Look what the cat just drug in. Hey.
We got a latecomer here. We're going to get him all set up in a second. But yeah, we got some interesting things to go over now. We're going to now look ahead to week. What are we going to? Week six of NFL, man. What you guys seeing, man? What's catching your eye, man?
We argued about this morning. The Panthers. That's my lock. That's my lock of the week.
Your lock of the week is going to be
fuck the Panthers, but let's go all in on the Colts.
Hey man, it's a sickness.
Saying,
okay,
bro.
I got a sickness.
That's why I'm trying to get you enforced. I can kind of get on a good train.
Okay, so you say right now we got
Not
Carolina +1 heading to Washington.
Yes, I will let y'all just kick off the ball game, arguing in favor of the Redskins for me, because right now even though the game's in Washington, I think Carolina should be -3. That's just me.
I'm going to tell you that I think the Redskins are dangerous. I just think that they went into the wrong place at the wrong time.
No, they're not.
That's Drew on Break the Record night. Alex Smith put out a character.
But see, that's what leads you to get cracked with the Redskins this weekend, because you're thinking that it's just Drew on that. No, the Redskins that was gonna happen to them regardless of what night it was, how close he was or he wasn't to the record. They're just not built like that. And Carolina has defense. They're getting Thomas Davis back. Greg Olsen's coming back as well. And they just are.
All right, you kind of selling me. Selling me.
No.
But why can't we eyeball this? Like, why can't?
Because you gotta be suspect,
we
bro.
Shouldn't be.
That's a low spread, bro. -1.
Because the Panthers are going to drop a few games just because. So you got to pick out. If they're going to win 10, that means they're going to lose 6.
The 6 is going to be to the Redskins or the Colts or.
So the only reason why I give the Redskins a shot is because they're a more veteran team, but they're built to do all the things that really Carolina is built to do. They have a decent running attack. They have a smart play caller. They got a smart quarterback. They just need to put the whole game together, and they're still in good position in their division to have a run at the playoffs if they could just keep it together. They were leading the division until they lost on Monday night to the Saints. It's 4 games, 5 games. I understand that. I'm just saying, I wouldn't take that game. So you're going out on a limb saying you like Carolina. I'm going to watch it, but I like 5 other games before that one.
Oh, no, I definitely like a few games more than that one, but that's not a limb, I wouldn't think.
Right, okay.
So let me tell you who I do like. So I like, on my list I got Falcons, Chargers, Bears, Patriots, and the Jaguars.
Falcons, Chargers, Bears,
Patriots.
And the Jags.
Okay, so I agree with you on Falcons.
I do.
Chargers, I don't know, man. Baker May's been hot.
Wait a minute.
You're not going to tell me nothing about the Browns continue to win.
So wait a minute. Let me. I got a question for you, Mace.
Go for it.
So you're more afraid of the Redskins than you are the Chiefs, is basically what you're telling me?
Oh, hell yeah. Chiefs are in trouble.
Chiefs on the road going up to Foxborough?
Chiefs
are in trouble.
Chiefs are in fucking trouble, boy.
That's what we thought against Jacksonville.
Against Jacksonville?
No, because Jacksonville was at home.
What?
Jacksonville was at home.
But no, I was hearing the Chiefs are in trouble. Everybody from the experts to just the barbershop talk were saying that the Chiefs had no chance.
Well, let me stop you right there. We thought that against Jacksonville, but come on. Who's Jacksonville's quarterback? Blake Bortles. And who's New England's quarterback?
Quarterback when they cracked New England, too. So it's Blake Bortles.
That's all true, bro. But now we're going to get back to the argument about home versus away.
Yeah.
If the game was played in Arrowhead and the Patriots were minus 3.5, I'd be worried about it. But I'll take Patriots at home with all the weapons back ready to go. Now we're going 2 weeks in with Josh Gordon. Is that his name? Josh Gordon. 3 weeks, Edelman's back now.
Yeah.
Patriots are getting ramped up to do their stuff, and Chiefs are due for a loss. They're not going to win out. They're not going to lose to the Patriots. Who's going to win the game? Tell me who's going to win the game.
Listen, hold on.
All right.
You can't say, or you can't bet on a team under the narrative that such and such is due. Yeah, they're due. Everybody's due for a win or loss, but that win or loss might not be from 2 or 3 weeks from now. It might not be this week just because on the strength that they're just due. Yes, everybody's due for a loss. Nobody goes undefeated. But
that's why it all matters. They're on the road. They're due for a loss, and they're going against Touchdown Tom. Those things all together is why I say that.
And I understand that. What I don't understand is how the Redskins and the Colts, how you can get invested in them.
I actually like the Colts this week.
I took a flyer on the Colts because I was pissed off at my man off camera, Jay Styles, and all his, cheerleading about his damn Patriots. I was like, nah, they're not going to win this week.
So
here they go again.
Like the Colts on the road against the Jets? Y'all like the Colts?
Yeah, I like the Colts against the Jets. That's a try.
On the road.
On the road.
Yeah, because now I'm looking at quarterbacks versus quarterback. Now I'm looking at, I like Andrew Luck.
No, I'm just making sure because I know y'all like the home team, so I just was making sure y'all was.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But yeah, hey, let's get Jay. Let's get Jay up here. Could we take another quick break for this and get Jay up here? Okay, perfect. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Smart Degenerates again, LA's top sports investors. We have a new addition to the stage. Welcome, Jay Styles. What's up, man?
Good evening. How's everybody doing?
Can you turn that hat backwards?
Never. Come on. Listen, it's not about the team. It's just about the hat, man. That's all it's
I
about.
see that, bro.
Hey, it's all good.
It's like red, white, and blue. Man.
No, man. I just got a fashion sense, man.
I know we're talking football, but I have to tell y'all, I have to apologize. About a month ago, I was talking big shit about LeBron coming to the Lakers. It's so good to have him in the city.
Yeah.
So good to see him in that.
Oh yeah, we're
purple
gonna
and
get to that. We're gonna get to that too in a second. Little preseason basketball. We ramping up for the NBA season. But yeah, we were just talking some Week 6 NFL football. Man, we went straight to the Sunday night special. Touchdown Tom is hosting the Red Hot Kansas City Chiefs. We just got our New England expert to the stage, Mr. Jay Styles. Speak on the game, man. What can we expect to see out of your boys this week, and are they going to cover the spread? Spread is 3.5 for those of you who don't know. So are they going to win by 4?
Can they stop Patrick Mahomes,
Are
man?
they going to win, bro?
Oh, deeper.
That's not
a deeper question.
That's
He said-
a legitimate question. They are 5-0.
Legitimate questions get legitimate answers.
Okay.
New England's gonna win. Okay.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna see Patrick Mahomes exposed.
Ooh.
Like he was exposed.
He's
against the
coming to
best
Foxborough, right?
Like he was
Yeah.
exposed against the best D in the league.
Who's the best D in the league?
You would know. You ran into him. You lost to them,
Listen,
the Jaguars.
man.
But go ahead.
Guys. This is sport. It's any given Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's any given Sunday. Yeah, we did lose to the Jags. We did, but it's any given Sunday. We're gonna be in New England.
Yeah.
Josh Gordon is getting back into the system.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I'm not going to be super confident right now and act like we're going to win the game by a landslide because we're not. It is Kansas City. Mahomes, Hunt, Kelsey, Hill, Watkins. It's a lot.
Okay, now, let me stop you right there.
It's a lot.
Now, can you go through your whole secondary and name them just like you named that whole receiving core and offensive?
Devin McCourty, Jason McCourty, Stephon Gilmore, Deron Harmon. Who else we got? I mean, it's slim. Our secondary's slim, though.
Yeah.
It really is slim.
Yeah.
So
I
naming
names. You
names.
to say that out loud.
Yeah, that's fine. Names is names.
Gotcha.
We're talking about Sunday.
Yeah, but you know Belichick. He knows how to scheme for certain types of players.
I think we're programmed to say that.
No, bro. It's about how he goes into every week.
That's real shit.
He knows how to take away certain parts. Like, they
He
may
does.
still get, like, Kelsey may go for 100 yards, but he's going to take away their number one option.
Over the top, Hill.
I guess.
Watkins.
They're gonna talk. They're gonna.
You know, we're gonna have
Matt
we're gonna have
Stafford.
safety help over the top.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna have to do different things. We're gonna have to do different disguises. We got our work cut out.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, we still got Brady on the other side of the ball. They don't have a lot of weapons on defense either.
Yeah.
Eric Berry isn't playing.
Yeah.
I can't name
Eric
no
Berry
one in the
is
secondary.
playing. Eric Berry is playing. He's coming back.
And Houston isn't
In his
playing.
first game back in
That's
New
a cold
England,
game back.
Rust.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Rust.
It's going to be about 45 degrees outside.
Hey,
when
I
they kick
just
off.
remember
Sunday night
that
special, it's gonna
the
be cold.
conversation went a lot like this. It was Jacksonville, but I mean,
It's not about the Jacksonville, though,
understand
because
that.
Jacksonville didn't go into
You're
Foxborough.
absolutely right.
They did not go
the
into
one
Foxborough
constant
and do
is the
that.
Patriots between these
And
two
where they're
games.
playing the game. It's where they're playing. So again,
Someone has some salt today.
If
Yeah,
we,
no,
if we
no,
were
no.
going
So-
in
I
Arrowhead,
saw it. It's just
I would give the Chiefs a better shot at home against the Patriots.
So you saying you got the Chiefs?
I'm saying I don't know yet on Thursday because it's that close. It's not like, oh my God, it's touchdown time. We automatically got to go with him. Y'all are just passing it by like this is just a unanimous Patriots
Bro,
win.
I took the Colts last week, so we can't just say that I'm just programmed
But that
to
was
say
like
Tom.
that was just a separate bad decision from what was going on. Like it was no reason you should have been programmed that week for the Patriots. Like I don't understand the Colts, but
feel you.
here I would say it's a little bit more of a fork in the road. We got to give the Chiefs a little bit more credit than.
I mean, they're 5-0.
I didn't
They're
say they were-
undefeated.
yeah.
And it's
They
not
probably
a
have an
fluky
MVP on their
5-0.
team as well, right? And Patrick Mahomes.
Who have they beat?
They beat a lot of good teams.
I just think y'all secondary. The only thing that scares me about y'all is the secondary. Everything else, I can
agree.
I can account for.
I agree.
Y'all secondary, just like their D, they don't have defense either. But I think they can win that game. It should be like a pick 'em almost at this point.
Not in Foxborough. You're crazy. Not in Foxborough, and that's why it's not a pick 'em, and that's why the spread is New England -3.5 because they know Tom at home in October.
They think
they know Tom at home. They're rolling right now. They got Edelman back. They got Josh Gordon, and I think they're gonna play good. My pick is for sure gonna be right now as it stands. I'm taking Patriots. If the line moves or does something tricky, then we'll get back to it. But yeah, as it stands right now, definitely I like the Patriots. You said you're undecided, or you like the Chiefs?
I'm undecided.
You're undecided.
I don't even know who's gonna win the game.
New England. Okay, so we got a no pick and a couple Patriots. Another game I want to touch on was Atlanta at the house.
That's what I got on my list.
Atlanta at the house against Tampa Bay. They're gonna start Jameis this week. I think Jameis is prone to throwing interceptions. I think Matty Ice, Julio, they'll get Julio on his own this week. They got the rookie Ridley. He's balling out. They still got Sanu. They got the running game. I just think it's too much firepower in Atlanta right now, especially at home, to bet against them, against a kind of weak Tampa Bay team, man. They got exposed again last week. Well, go ahead.
I know, I'm going to finish because I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got exposed again. When they went to Chicago, fucking Trubisky threw 5 touchdowns in the first half. He finished the game with 6. And I just think Tampa Bay had a couple good games. Fitzpatrick in one of those few good games. You know, it looks good, but now they're coming back down to who they normally are. And, yeah, I think this is a bad spot for them on the road against a hot Atlanta team right now with that offense rolling. Another game I wanted to – oh, look at DG calling me, messing up my line. It's all good.
So if you want to call the phone now. Call 323-293-3375.
Yeah, call in live. DG ain't watching, though. He trying to go out tonight. Another game on my schedule was that Indiana game. I'm not going to lie to you. I like the Colts to go into New York and win this week, man.
I do, too.
I think they're plus 2, so I think if you can get them plus.
Plus 2.5. I think this is a trap game. I think Andrew Luck could get in there, and I think he's going to do his stuff against that Jets defense. There's going to be a lot of passing. I think they'll be able to move the ball. I think they'll be able to score some points. So, yeah, that's going to be my second pick. And my third pick.
I think you need to jump on this Bears versus Dolphins.
No, I'm opposite on you on that. I'm taking the Dolphins. No, I'm taking Dolphins.
Bears got that.
Bears got that.
But that once again, public, just there's more games on the menu than to be focused on the Bears and the Dolphins. Although I would be focused on the Bears if I was focused on the Bears.
3.5.
Not on the road, man. Never take the Bears as a favorite on the road.
That's fair.
Yeah, no.
So just stay away because never take the Bears on the favorite on the road. But why would we be putting our money in Tannehill's hands?
Miami because they play good at home.
No, the Raiders almost beat them at home, right?
No.
What they end up winning that game by?
I don't know, but they won.
But they didn't win by it was a game, bro. It wasn't like
yeah, but they ain't playing the Raiders this week. They playing the Bears. It's a different matchup. It's a different matchup. We got the cold, windy city team. They got to come to South Beach. It's a hurricane out there.
It's not early. It's not late August, early September no more, bro. It's not like that.
Okay, so you taking? I
would take the Bears.
Okay, I'm taking Miami.
I'm taking Chicago. I feel like if they can just do half of what they did last Sunday, and they had the bye week, they have a lot of weapons.
But not even that.
They have a lot of weapons on offense. Khalil Mack is a problem.
Defense is one thing that travels home or away, and I don't think that Miami offense just has it for them.
They don't, and they don't have the defense for them either.
Okay, we're gonna see.
Howard, Cohen, Robinson.
We're gonna see. That was my second pick. I had one more.
You got Falcons. You got Colts. You said you like Patriots.
And Patriots, yeah, those are my 3. So here, hey, I'm putting out my winning ticket right now. Patriots, Dolphins, Colts, 3-teamer. Lock it up. You'll be hearing from me next week. Those are my 3, man. Yeah, I think Chiefs are a great team, but they're in trouble this week. Falcons are beat up on Tampa Bay at home, and then Indy's going to be that trap game to go in New York and win. That's gonna be the one. So those are my 3. Follow the page. I'll put out some picks for Saturday. I haven't really looked at Saturday just yet, but I'll get in touch with my people. Whoever needs some picks, tap in, man. We'll have something for you for Saturday, man. Any other games you guys want to speak on?
Yeah, my 3 are the Jaguars, Panthers, and...
Who the Jaguars got?
Cowboys.
Cowgirls.
Jaguars at the house.
No,
No,
they're at-
in Dallas.
Which is at the
Ooh.
house. As we heard, the Texans getting way more cheers than the Cowboys did in their home
Well, that's
stadium.
that's still Texas, bro.
Texas.
Jacksonville is not going to travel to Dallas like that.
Everybody, bro, that stadium seats 100,000 people. No matter... Every Sunday, there's not going to be 100,000 Cowboys fans in that stadium.
Yeah, it'll be more than Jacksonville though. But I mean, that's a pretty good game. Jacksonville. I mean, I could see laying the 3 there. I'm kind of undecided right now in that game. I would definitely say maybe take Cowboys. Maybe I don't know. I will leave that game alone. But you say you like Jacksonville. Who else was your other?
I like the under on that one though. Whatever.
Under
I like
for
the
sure.
over. I was going to go back and say on that, I can't really call it. It could go either way, win or lose wise. But that Buccaneers, Falcons, I like that over. Both of them teams can't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jameis can really do a shootout though.
Bro, Jameis is
No, he
talk
can't do a shootout at
about
all.
throwing for empty yards. That's a lot of empty yards, a lot of touchdowns that don't equate to wins. I think he could feast on that Vikings defense and still lose the game.
I haven't heard you guys say any of my teams yet.
Go ahead. Let's hear your teams, bro.
I'm
I got-
afraid of some of these picks.
I got Vikings over Cardinals.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
like
but it's
that.
like, it's
I'm
like
with
a
you.
it's like a 10.5 for 11 points.
10.
Right?
10-point
10.
spread.
Okay. I got the Rams over Broncos.
I like that.
Ooh, that's a try.
That's dangerous.
Why I
It's
feel
not
like that's a
dangerous at
trap.
all. It's not dangerous at all.
Are the Rams receivers back? Or they
Yes.
Cooper Kupp was there at walkthrough, and
They both
Cooks.
practiced.
Okay, and I got Packers over Niners. Sorry, Mace.
I got that.
It's
Yeah, I got that
it's
too.
A-Rod, man.
You're not hurting my
A-Rod.
feelings. I understand.
A-Rod to bounce back.
We could throw this year in the trash.
How do you
for
guys
the
feel
Niners.
about those?
I actually like those picks.
I'm in the car
I
with
like
all of
those
those,
picks.
actually.
Minnesota, 10. Green Bay, 10. What was your other one?
Rams.
Rams. That's
7.
the only one.
They have Rams favored by 7.
That's the only
Bro,
one.
I like it.
I like the
Rams
Rams.
is just
Rams,
so hard.
that 30 is going to be
It's too
there,
much.
and I don't think that the Broncos are going to put up 30.
They can't.
I say
It's
21,
too much.
21-30, 21-17. I mean, not 30-17, 30-21. I think Rams should cover.
Just think
Yeah.
about personnel.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I'm
personnel
saying.
doesn't match up.
Cooper Kupp.
So look at
Cooks.
this. Look at
Just
this
think
Eagles
about
game.
the
They're gonna get to
line.
7.
They're a
Apparently,
7
they
point.
may or may not
They're
kick a
on the
3.
road in the altitude and are a 7-point favorite. Come on, bro.
I
Two
mean, it's
touchdowns. They can beat
it's
them
a
by 2
division
touchdowns,
game.
bro.
The only thing I'm worried about for them
No,
is
it's not a division game.
is a little bit of
It's not a
fatigue.
division game.
Is
Not
like
even a conference
because
game.
they just flew. They just went up to Seattle, had a tough game. Now they're going back on the road again, flying a mile high. You still got a kind of young team, so I could see the Broncos keeping it.
You can see the Broncos getting 24, 28 points.
No, of course not. But I could see it being 24-20. I could see something around that.
24-20.
The Rams
I could
and the
see that.
Chiefs going to put these 30s up on a weekly basis.
No,
Possibly.
they are not putting up 30 on the Patriots. That I'm going to fight.
Why? Because the Pacers just got a stout defense like that?
Yeah, they
Bill,
might. They
Bill
might.
Belichick.
30
Bill Belichick, man. It's all about schemes.
They might put up
We
30.
We never had crazy personnel. It's just about schemes.
But hey, it could be 30-35.
Like
New
Stafford.
England.
Hey, if you thought Stafford had a party, I don't care where it was at. If you thought Stafford had a party out there,
Man, that's like 5 weeks ago. That's
no,
old news.
that wasn't 5 weeks ago.
That's old news, man. It's any given Sunday. We're on the next week.
Yeah.
On to Kansas City.
Hey, yeah, I like getting Patriots a lot this week. Also, man, we got some MLB playoffs going on right now, man.
Oh, man.
How y'all feel about that? Oh yeah, Mr. Yankee, Daddy Yankee.
16-1,
Shout out CC Sabathia. I understand why you were mad.
collecting them free checks.
What can I say, man? The Red Sox did their thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's a rivalry that's just ridiculous. Plus, you got to think, man, in the AL, man, like, both of those teams are over 100 wins. Dodgers barely cracked 90.
I can't
You
believe
know what
they
I'm saying?
snuck their way in there.
Like, honestly, like, I mean, hopefully a lot of our fans out here, they watch baseball as well. Like, I was upset with the Yankees.
Yeah.
We let a game go. It is what it is. Hopefully the Dodgers, you know, they can do their thing.
Let a
I don't
game
know.
go? I think it was beyond that, bro. It's 16-1.
Wait, no. Not the last game, was it?
No.
No, that was, yeah, you're talking about game 3.
Game 2.
Game 2.
They got whacked.
We got waxed. But, yeah, not the closeout game.
Not the
We lost by 1, 5-6.
5-6.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so maybe next year, Yankees. You know, so now we got Boston going up against Houston, man. What you think about that matchup?
I mean, Houston's defending champs.
I like Houston.
I like
Yeah,
Houston,
They're
man.
playing well.
I like Houston, man. They got hitters.
Yeah, they got bullpen.
They
too.
got a bullpen.
Yeah,
Complete.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
They got home field, right? It's right.
yeah.
Or
It's
is it
home
going-
field. Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. Boston won more games. Boston one more game, so I
Okay.
think Boston
I'm out
might
of
have.
Boston should be at home then, yeah.
Yeah, Boston should be at home. Then we got Dodgers at Milwaukee, man. A lot of people are picking Milwaukee. How you feel about that?
Well, I told y'all I didn't even think the Dodgers could hustle their way into the playoffs. They did well enough. They made it on like the last day of the season or last 2 games of the season. They got it, but I mean, I like them because I'm a hometown homer, so I want the Dodgers to beat Milwaukee.
Yeah.
It depends on where they're starting the series at. I think Milwaukee is the higher seed, so Dodgers got to win one of those first couple games and they'll give themselves a shot. But I still think at the end of the season, they got to get rid of Kershaw.
What?
Why?
He's beginning to become a name.
Because you can get a boatload for him of prospects, and they need to go get some more arms to boost up the board.
I don't agree with that,
bro. We know what Kershaw's done in the past, but really,
he's not a good.
He's been more of a liability more recently.
Man, Kershaw, man, still one of the best pitchers in the league.
He is
good.
But is he one of the best pitchers for us? If we could get that off the books and go get some,
you're tripping, bro. They lost the World Series last year because they didn't start Kershaw.
And Kershaw got benched this year.
I don't know if that's why.
I don't know if that's why. And he also got benched for the first game of one of these series this year, bro. He's not that Kershaw.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they definitely.
Goal line stop for Philly.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who don't know right now, we currently have Eagles cooking. Overs has hit. It's another winner for the page. That's Smart Degenerates, man. Easy.
Overs hit. Eagles are up on the second half.
Guys, I have a question.
Yeah, what's good?
Back to baseball.
Yeah.
But no one's talking about the Brewers like that. Don't you guys think they could be that Cinderella team to knock the Dodgers off? I mean, they have a similar record over the past season.
But what do they do good? I don't.
They have great pitching. They have great pitching and great hitting.
I don't know too much about the Brewers this year.
They kind of like the
I don't know.
Astros.
But
The fact that they're in there tells you they're a good team, right?
well,
Yeah,
that
facts.
part, of course.
But Dodgers need to go back, run it back against Houston. I think that's what we're building up for here. World Series, Astros, Dodgers.
Rematch.
Dodgers get it this time.
Yeah.
We're going.
Would you say the
you're going
Dodgers
too far right now?
are better than they were last year at this point?
I think they're more well-rounded.
I think they're better. I think they're better. The bats are hot. The pitching's doing great. I think Dodgers are the way this year. Let's go, Dodgers.
So let me ask this question: are they going to sweep the Brewers?
Hell no.
So he's probably going to go
Hell no.
7 games.
I don't
Seven
even
games?
know the Brewers' description, but after the way they talked about the Brewers, I don't.
Yeah, no,
see
it
that
won't
as
be a sweep. I won't be a sweep. I think it'll be.
Is it going to be a fight?
Yeah, it'll be a fight. It'll come down.
If they
to
got
the last
pitching,
I mean, they could lose.
It'll
both
come
the
down
first
to
two
the
games
last
in
game.
Milwaukee, yeah. So
and then they're gonna pitch Kershaw the last game, and then they'll win. They learn their lesson. They're gonna pitch him first and last. And then we just get the wins in between. There's a couple wins in between, and you know we can bring it home, man. Bring it home this year, man. That was some bullshit last year.
we are not out the
Matt
water with these
Kemp, bring
Eagles.
it home,
If they
man.
can get a first down, they could really go a long way for us.
Yeah, man. We got. Hey, man. Your fate is already sealed, bro.
It's already sealed.
It's already sealed, man. Yeah. We can just check it at the end.
See it at the end.
Check it at the end, and we'll figure it out if we're gonna clean sweep today or we're gonna go 2-1. Either way, I'll take it. It's
Those
plus.
are good numbers.
Yeah, either way, it's plus, man. So you guys got to hop on board again, man. This information will not be free too much longer, man.
It will not be free too much longer. It will not. Y'all better call in right now. Money Mace, Primetime Mike.
Isn't it safe to say that it's
Richie
already
Rashad.
not free? Like
Man.
you can't just get the info no more.
Oh yeah,
So we need to just call that.
just right now.
If you the homie, like we could talk it through once or twice. But
Everybody
otherwise,
But even that,
if you call it, if you need picks, like
Niggas got
we got a
picks,
cash
I need
app. If you need
percentages.
picks, bro.
Yeah,
Hey.
weekly, monthly
Check
subscriptions.
that page out. We put our
Yeah.
losses up, and it's not too many losses on that page.
especially
so-
not recently, man. I think we're on a sick.
Especially with the picks that I gave you guys tonight.
Hey,
Vikings,
Minnesota.
Rams, Packers. You
Certain
can't lose
things
with
in
that.
life are free. That
Yeah.
it's
Sorry,
always
Mace.
been free.
Hell
so.
yeah.
I know we don't have a lot of time left, but I do want to talk a little bit of basketball, just because. It's
Yeah,
that
me
time.
too. I
It's
wanted
that
to do
time.
that too, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
about a week out.
Hey, LeBron Golden State last night, man. He looked pretty good, man. I can't lie, man. He was doing his stuff. I think he had 15, 10, 5 in like 18
Halftime,
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I got to be the hater then.
But you
Why?
know what? The
I hate
Lakers are
Laker
not afraid.
fans.
Oh,
Why?
come on.
But you love LeBron.
I do, but I hate Laker fans.
we hate LeBron.
Hear me out. It's preseason, guys.
Of course.
It's preseason. No Draymond, no Boogie, but he did look good. But you know who I didn't like last night?
Who?
Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mace.
I know.
That broke
Thank you,
ass
Mace.
jumper.
Reach over.
Hey man,
Thank you. I wasn't a fan, Mike.
Nah, I mean, I'm
We've all played with a guy like Alonzo.
can't you just
He's
say
nice to have on the court.
Like how you said with Brian.
He's going to make the right pass. He's going to make the right jumper. He can do all the right things. He just doesn't have any wow factor, even a little bit.
None. He doesn't even look right on the court anymore.
Nah, he
doesn't.
look right,
He
bro.
doesn't.
Hey, I could tell my niggas he been in the weight room.
He looks huff.
He looks
What, 'cause
tough.
he has a tattoo on his arm?
Nah, bro. He don't look skinny and all chest caved in like he looked last year, bro.
I just feel like he
Tattoos
doesn't
ain't
have a
no
spot
tattoos.
anymore, guys.
That's why I feel like he's kind of.
He has a spot.
Where
In
do
the
we do
bench.
with him?
What are
I'm
we
just
gonna
gonna
do
keep
with him
it
now?
real.
No, he's gonna come in for Rondo.
Exactly.
How does that sound? Your number 2 pick's coming in for Rondo? He's Rondo again. That's literally he's Rondo part 2.
He's good, but I
Yeah,
mean,
Rondo's good. Rondo's
I
a
like
starting
Rondo.
PG in the league.
bro.
Yeah,
like,
but I wouldn't have wasted the number 2 pick on Rondo. You pick up Rondo at the end of the first round, he turns into something.
He's a
I
little
agree.
bit better
I agree.
than Rondo. He's more explosive.
He's
He'll
a
dunk on a nigga.
6'1" Lonzo.
You better pull up some highlights of him dunking on a nigga. I don't see that. at all in his rookie
Lonzo
year.
got bounced.
You
He
crazy.
dunked.
He caught a lob last night.
Did he dunk on a nigga last night? Did he take it to
Nobody
the rack
was
and dunk?
over there, but if you watch
one
him,
or 2 foot and 2 foot.
So who would you
We
rather
got-
have, Donovan Mitchell or Lonzo?
oh, well, duh, I'm gonna have Donovan.
bro.
Donovan Mitchell, man.
Yeah,
But
come on.
I
Ben
think
Simmons or Lonzo?
But see, I think the real problem is that Lonzo understands that he's not the guy.
Like he already decided that?
He decided that and he knows that.
But his
outside
game-
of LeBron James, it's Brandon Ingram, guys.
Ingram.
And then Kuzma.
And Josh
then
Hart.
Lonzo.
Josh Hart got
at
more
his,
heart than
if
Lonzo to me
Lonzo
out
did
there.
everything
Nice
that he was
bar,
supposed to do, he still wouldn't be the guy. That's not the makeup of his game. Is to be the guy. He's not like
No,
a Kyrie
You better go to the
or a
backstory
Donovan
and get some new makeup things. He's looking ugly.
Like
out there.
Lonzo's game is to get you probably like 17, 10, and 8 or something like that. That's his game. He's never going to get you 25 a game. He will probably give you 10 assists one year, and he's probably going to be around 7, 8 rebounds. Like, he's going to probably flirt with a triple-double. That's his game. He's like a glue guy, like a good passer.
He's nice to have out there, but when you take the number 2 pick, you shouldn't be drafting your next 8th man off the bench. Like,
Well, I mean,
Hey, man,
he's still
bro.
young, man.
We can't keep giving him that, Mike.
Bro, he's 20 years old. He's 20 years old. What do you mean? Yes, we can keep giving him that.
you know
He
what?
went to the prom
Mace,
2
what was
years
that line you
ago.
said about
You know
Fitzpatrick?
what? These are football players. That's what I'm going to leave it at.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick is
They
35.
know
What does that
football.
mean?
Yo, what was that line you said about Fitzpatrick a couple weeks back?
What?
I think I said he was going to turn back into a pumpkin. I don't know. I've said a lot of things.
It was so
Man,
sweet.
listen,
but
man.
that line resonates with
Look,
Lonzo.
Lonzo Ball will be okay. All he has to do is just work on that jumper. He could do everything else. He could rebound. He could pass. He could
He had
defend.
3 months to work on that jumper, bro.
Well, I mean, hey,
He
man.
first jumper out the gate last night, airball.
He
I
did.
mean,
He
come
did.
on,
He
bro.
did. He did.
But he
his
airball
upside is
shooted
crazy.
how his old way when he brought it back up the way he's supposed to
that
shoot
shit
it. He
looked
hit
a lot
that
like the
motherfucker.
old way yesterday,
Nah,
though.
when KCP passed him the ball, I mean not KCP, Lance
He caught the
Stevenson,
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was fluid. How you supposed to shoot it in the winter?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, he's still 6'6". He's still long. He's still athletic.
He's
He has
got
a lot of
great
pieces
instincts on
around him,
defense. He's
so he
got
doesn't have to
good
do
instincts.
much.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I think he'll be all right in the end. I think Lakers have a pretty good year. My prediction is they'll end up in the 4th or 5th seed. Hopefully, they can get 4th, so they don't have to play Golden State in the second round.
The last thing I'd say, they always played Golden State tight. Like all this little group of young Lakers, they have good games against the Warriors the last
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
They just don't have the shooting to compete with
Or
the
they
Warriors.
didn't have the LeBron.
But now with the LeBron, it's different. It
Yeah,
looked
that-
way different seeing LeBron with the Lakers pieces than the Cavs pieces from last year.
Yeah.
That's
They-
all I will
they're
say.
gonna win a lot of games, man. I think
Better
this West this year is gonna be a lot of like 48 wins, 47 wins, 49 wins.
Nobody's gonna run away with.
It's gonna be tight right there. So, and I think those few, last wins are gonna tell the toll on where you landed in the playoffs. We saw Golden State. Golden State looks pretty good. Steph looks on. Clay looks on. I think that's the team to beat, man.
They look like they're back to work.
I think that's the team to beat, man. They're gonna get Draymond. They're gonna get
Boogie.
KD and Boogie, and then it's like I don't know who beats them. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. Stay tuned for basketball. I say ease into basketball, man. It's every
Stay
day.
away.
It's so many games. You got to be careful, man, because you can start taking them L's and they add up quick. So I would say let's stick to football. Let's focus on football till the season fades, and then we're going to transition into basketball. It's going to be a slow transition. But that is going to be our time today, fellas, man. We want to thank those of you out there for tuning in. We want to thank again Morris Media for having us. Again, follow us on IG, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, at Smart Degenerates everywhere. And again, you guys can catch us here again next Thursday. We out. Anything y'all want to say, man, before we get out here?
Shout out Smart Degenerates.
Hey, shout out to Smart Degenerates and the
Shout
followers.
out.
Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African-American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your healthcare. The results for this study are for research purposes only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctstudy-ggg@usuhs